In one short decade, Simon had not only regained ground lost, thanks to his father's sloppy business sense, he'd taken the Bradley family chain of upscale shopping centers further than anyone else ever had. And he hadn't accomplished all of that by being distracted, not even by a pretty woman. "If you don't mind," he said, coming around his desk to escort her personally to the door, "I am rather busy today." She flashed him a full smile, and Simon felt his heart take an odd, hard lurch in his chest. Her eyes lit up, and that dimple in her cheek deepened, and she was suddenly the most beautiful thing he'd ever seen. Shaken, Simon brushed that thought aside and told himself to get a grip. Sorry, Tula said, waving both hands in the air as if to erase her own tendency to get sidetracked. "I really am here to talk to you about something very important." "All right, then. What is it that's so urgent you vowed to spend a week in my waiting area if you weren't allowed to speak to me immediately?" She opened her mouth, shut it again, then suggested, "Maybe you should sit down." "Ms. Barrons." "Fine," she said with a shake of her head. "Your call, but don't say I didn't warn you." Pointedly, he glanced at his watch. "I get it," she told him. "Busy man. You want it, and you want it now. Okay, then. Here it is. Congratulations, Simon Bradley. You're a father." He stiffened, and any sense of courtesy went out the window along with his sense of bemused tolerance. "Your 5 minutes are up, Ms. Barrons." He took her elbow in a firm grip and steered her toward the door. Her much shorter legs were moving fast, trying to either keep up or slow him down, he wasn't sure which. Either way, it didn't make a difference to him. Beautiful or not, whatever game she was playing, it wasn't going to work. Simon was no one's father, and he damn well knew it. "Hey!" She finally dug the heels of her boots into the lush carpet and slowed his progress a bit. "Wait a second. Geez, overreact much?" "I'm not a father," he ground out tightly. "And trust me when I say that if I had ever slept with you, I would remember." "I didn't say I was the baby's mother." He didn't listen, just kept moving toward the door at a relentless pace. "I would have worked up to that little declaration slower, you know," she was babbling. "You're the one who wanted it direct and fast." "I see. This was for my benefit?" "No, it's for your son's benefit, you boob." He staggered a little in spite of knowing that she had to be lying. A son? Impossible. She took advantage of the momentary pause in his forced march toward the door to break free of his grip and step back just out of reach. He was unsettled enough to let her go. He didn't know what she was trying to pull, but at the moment, her eyes looked soft but determined as she met his gaze. "I realize this is coming as a complete shock to you. Heck, it would be for anybody." Simon shook his head and narrowed his eyes on her. Enough of this. He didn't have a son, and he wasn't going to fall for whatever money-grubbing scheme she'd come up with in her delusional fantasies. Best to lay that on the line right from the start. "I've never seen you before, Ms. Barrons, so obviously we don't have a child together. Next time you want to convince someone to pay for a child that doesn't exist, you might want to try it on someone you've actually slept with." She blinked up at him in confusion. Then a moment later, she laughed. No, I told you, I'm not the baby's mother. I'm the baby's aunt. But you're definitely his father. Nathan has your eyes and even that stubborn chin of yours, which doesn't bode well, I suppose. But stubbornness can often be a good quality, don't you think? Nathan. The imaginary baby had a name. But that didn't make any of the situation real. "This is insane," he told her. "You're obviously after something, so why not just..."